Hello there, and welcome to Exploring the Top 10 Floral Trends of 2023. I'm Joseph Massie, and we are being hosted by Marginpar today, of course, who've just released their fabulous top trends of 2023 for us to explore and dive into. Of course, I was very lucky to be asked to collate and collaborate on these fabulous trends, and I'm so excited to be sharing some of them with you today. Not all of them, of course. You have to get the guide to see all 10 individual trends, but we're going to be diving into just 3 of them today so I can explore these with you and tell you a little bit more about what is on my mind and how we went about pulling these designs together. Now, our first trend we're going to be diving into is look for the sunlight, and we have to be honest with one another. Right now, for many, life is feeling really tough, probably tougher than it's ever been, and our craft and the pursuit of beauty does not isolate us from the pressures of the world, with a darkening economic global outlook, soaring inflation, climate issues, everything going on. It can sometimes feel really hard to find positivity, to find some respite, from everything that you're up against. When times are feeling dark, it's natural to look for comfort, and comfort can come in many forms. For me and for many others, I know that can be as gorgeous and as simple as a small bunch of flowers, but for others, maybe something a little bit more elaborate, whatever is necessary, of course, is sought. When things are bleak, I find that simple flowers do the trick rather well, and here we have a gorgeous installation with bright sunlit fronds of Solidago, really doing all of the heavy lifting, really creating that fabulous impact for this installation that we see right here. Now, I often tell my students that there is a real power in getting your hands on flowers regularly. The act of regularly inviting flowers into your life has phenomenal potential. It can transform an interest into a craft, build confidence, enhance character, and open up your mind to further floral inspirations. Let's not forget that in the midst of all the gloom and all of the difficult things that we can have going on, we're incredibly fortunate to work with such gorgeous materials on such a regular basis. For this installation, we featured on Solidago only, these gorgeous yellow fronds really leading the way up. I wanted it to be a very positive, optimistic piece of work, and of course we've styled it with just a couple of bud vases on the table, filled again with Solidago, and of course just some gorgeous yellow dates to finish. Next, I have to share one of my favorite trends with you. This is ripe, and I don't know about you, but in the pursuit of the good times, I find that myself and my clients are embracing a richer experience, something a little bit deeper. In many weddings and celebrations, my clients are requesting more elements, more sensory touches that were maybe not so common in past years. To enliven our tablescapes, our centerpieces, we're using fruits and vegetables, incense, and other scented accents to provide another layer to the floral experience that we are creating. Grapes, apples, pomegranates, and more all add unexpected and tactile layers to the proceedings, forcing floral designers to think outside the box when it comes both to the mechanics and, of course, the aesthetics too. For classical touches, you're creating something a little bit more traditional. Consider things such as apples and pears and grapes, or for maybe a darker, richer, more sensual offering, you could turn to things such as pomegranates, plums, figs, berries, whatever feels best and whatever is seasonal, the time of year that you are creating. Combine these elements with rich and characterful florals, and you're going to have a fabulous result, something that people will remember. And that's what we want with all of our floral work, really, isn't it? We want them to be memorable experiences to add into people's life, into people's memories, and into their cultural experience too. That it reflects and feels very much timely and appropriate with what we are all going through and what we're all living and how we are living. Here we see the beautiful Clematis Amazing Seville, one of my absolute favourite Marginpar blooms for its fabulous gorgeous little bud. I mean, the flower is nice, but the bud I love too. And here we've combined it with grapes and apples and roses and fabulous caladium leaves to really make a gorgeous statement. And now, the final trend I'm lucky enough to share with you today is seek the unexpected. Now, as mentioned, we're going to be showing 3 different trends today, but if you want to find out all 10, head to the Marginpar site and sign up for the Floral Trend reports, because I just know you're going to find it incredibly useful in the future to kind of take a peek at what we're doing and, of course, what might be coming to your town or village or city very, very soon. In seeking the unexpected, one thing I know for sure is that although at first glance it might not seem so, we live in a full, big, rich world, and that goes especially for the botanics that we're using too. At a more rapid pace, I feel that we're searching for the new, for new leaves, for new flowers, providing us with new forms, new textures, new colours, which in turn provides us with new paintbrushes to play with. Unexpected materials, or even common materials used in new ways, present us with opportunities for play and for growth. Never underestimate the power of play. I'm sure all of my students will think I'm mental for saying this, but I say it all the time, as play can often lead to discovery and breakthroughs that you maybe never would have discovered elsewhere. In floral compositions, we can translate this really easily by leaning forwards into more unusual elements and creating boldful, characterful compositions. Contrast is our playmate in the Seek the Unexpected trend. Statement leaves, such as caladium or alocasia, as you can see just here, will set you on your way, especially when used in combination with whimsical blooms, such as Clematis Amazing Sevilla. To up the ante, add a handful of green tomatoes from the vine, a smattering of gourds, accent with unusual orchids, and you start to see something really magical coming together. This trend is all about diving into the natural world, reveling in it, and seeking out the new. Thank you so much for joining me today in this exclusive, delicious preview into our top floral trends of 2023. I've been your host, Joseph Massie, and of course, these trends are provided by Marginpar, so do check out the floral trends on their site for a gorgeous little insight into what is to come in 2023. Have a fabulous day, and I look forward to seeing you on another tutorial, another place sometime soon. Until then, have a wonderful day and take care.